And we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Thursday night. Thankful Thursday. I'm Paramount USA, and I'm your host tonight on Lindy's Treehouse. What is going on, everybody? I am so excited to be here. You know how I love my Thursdays, and I love being with my parapeeps, and we kind of have a good show coming up tonight too. And we got Scuba in the house already, Scooby Doo and Bill H. Hi guys, welcome. Hi Munchkin, love you bunches. I've been doing a lot of notes today, and a lot of googling. So we're gonna have fun tonight. We're gonna really have fun tonight. We got this Easter weekend, so all coming up, and we're gonna talk about a lot of great. We're gonna talk about a lot of great stuff tonight. So everybody, come on up, climb up to Lindy's treehouse, and get comfortable, and bring your friend, bring a snack, and we'll just we're gonna talk about all kinds of stuff tonight because there's been a lot of stuff going on all week in the world. And so with Mother Nature and everything, and the storms and the earthquakes and the volcanoes and planes crashing and people just getting cray all over the place, So I've been doing some research on, why all this stuff is happening, We sent that what do you call it? This little spacey thing in the air with all the girls on it. I made all my notes and everything, so we can talk about that. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty excited to have you all in the treehouse tonight. And the reason being that I love my treehouse. Let's see, we got Greg Laney in the house too, and Tony Marzano just arrived. Hi guys. Welcome to Lindy's Treehouse. I'm Paramount USA. Come on up. I have to say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and wherever you're at, come on up to Lindy's Treehouse. Because I know it's morning for the Aussies out there. So I'm going to say hi to all my Aussie friends, my parapeeps. And hi, Munchkin. Love you, girl. Greg Laney in the house. I got all my peeps coming in. They're climbing up that ladder, and I'm just glad that we're all safe and sound and all that stuff with all the craziness going on, I really, to get back to the treehouse thing, I think my treehouse is pretty special, and I wouldn't have my treehouse without you all visiting me and coming up in the treehouse every Thursday night. And I really appreciate every one of you. And the reason I think that my treehouse is pretty special, I'll just open it up with that, is the kind of the history of the treehouse. It says it often evokes a sense of wonder, adventure, and a connection to nature. So I want you all imagine you're all sitting up in the treehouse, and we're all in nature tonight. We're all with each other, and we're all just, sitting around chatting. That we can highlight the unique perspective and freedom that a treehouse offers, as well as importance of imagination and play. So, when you were growing up, we'd all climb up in the treehouse, and you'd sit with your friends, and you laugh, and sometimes make fun of each other. Or you bring your lunch, everybody bring a lunch, and sit up there and chat for the afternoon, and that was pretty fun. I remember those days, and that's why I think the treehouse was such a great name for my show. And I guess I have to give some of the credit to Robert, my son, because he's the one that told me, had that idea for Lindy's Treehouse. So I love it, and I love having all you, everybody here. So we're going to get started with, let's see. We're going to talk about like earthquakes, or do you want to talk about the spaceships? We can talk about the space thing that went up. Some interesting facts on the space capsule. I have to get it right. That's why I have my notes. Welcome, chatters. Come on up. I got everybody getting comfortable in the chat tonight and in the tree house. And I'm really happy to have y'all here. And why is it Lindy versus Linda's? Hi, Angela. Because Lindy's more of a catchy name, and plus, Lindy's Treehouse was. I think it's because when I did look it up, somebody already had that name. Like when you pick up, you have to pick a name for a show, whatever. You have to make sure you're not using somebody else's idea. So Lindy's Treehouse seemed to really fit. Plus, my Facebook is Lindy. Lindy. So it just kind of made sense. So I think it sounds better than, I think that's what it was. When I looked it up, somebody already had Linda's Treehouse, and so we just went with Lindy's, and it seemed to be working because I got everybody coming and visiting me every Thursday. Yeah. How many watched the space capsule go up the other morning, and with all the female crew that went up there? I thought that was really interesting. Katy Perry and Gayle King had that, they all went up in that private launch. Jeff Bezos' fiance, and I did some research on it, and they do call it the Blue Origin, ORGIN, is what they call the space capsule. And I had to laugh because all those people, all those women that went up, the first thing I thought of, okay, this is pretty funny. The first thing I thought, I was like, man, there's a whole lot of Botox in that capsule. You know what I'm saying? And Angela said, can you imagine if they spent the millions on veterans assistance rather than the commercialized trip of millionaires going for 11 minutes? Yeah, I thought it was kind of a joke myself. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Angela. I totally agree with you. And I did some more research on it today, and it's actually called the Shepherd Program. And people like you and I, they also, it landed in it was a private launch site. Okay. So it landed in the middle of the desert in Texas, West Texas. It landed in the middle of the desert, and it was just, it was like, I just thought it was kind of ridiculous myself. Tony says, when you got money to piss away, God bless you, I guess. Yeah. I thought it was a joke, but they call the Blue Origin Shepherd Program. They have space flights for tourists. Okay. Now get this. The exact cost. Okay, everybody, the exact cost of a seat on the Blue Origin, if you want to go up, I hope I'm saying it right, New Shepard flight, they'll ask for $150,000 deposit is required. Okay, $150,000 deposit to go up in that space capsule for 10 minutes. All right, you couldn't even pay me to go in there. No way. And they said, well, some passengers, of course, have been sponsored, like William Shatner, and he went up. It says Bezos' plastic girlfriend, gross. That's what I was saying. There was a whole lot of Botox in that capsule that day. Tony, what's wrong with the plastic girlfriend, Tony? No, thank you. That's hilarious. Yeah, you wonder, right? What's real and what isn't when you get a girlfriend, get a new girlfriend or whatever. Bill said, waste of money that could be used. Yeah, I totally agree. And it said like William Shatner, or some of them have had paid through grants or sponsorship, have paid much more. The first, it says here, the first own renew flight seat was between 1 million and 1.5 million. Okay, 1.5 million to take a flight up in that capsule. Like the big shots, like William Shatner when he went up. I mean, how ridiculous, right? Yeah, you think. And the crazy thing about what got me thinking, the day that went up in the air, when that capsule went up in the air, the same day, what happened the same day? We had an earthquake in California. And, of course, when the earthquake hit, I immediately, called my son, and he said he definitely felt it. Erin, his wife, was home alone, and she like dove underneath the kitchen table because her phone went off, and said to get under shelter or whatever. So I can't imagine. Yeah, it was pretty scary. Robert said that he definitely they all felt it there. Usually it's just little ones here and there, but when I went to visit Robert one year, oh yeah, he was working in the condos and the high-rise condos when this earthquake hit. So they definitely, the people there were yeah, let's see. Angela says exactly, Bill. You can imagine if they put it towards mental health, veterans, or healthcare. No to millionaire women. Ridiculous. Yeah, Scuba said might look weird from the air. Yeah, I just, and I beg to differ because I was Googling this because, like I said, as soon as that shuttle went up, when they sent the capsule up in the air, then we had we had that earthquake in California, and I looked it up to see if one had anything to do with the other, and it said no, that it didn't. But it's pretty interesting. But Robert said, well, when I went to see Robert a few years ago, when I went to California, he was working in his office was in a high rise downtown San Diego, and you could literally feel the building was kind of swaying just a little bit, just a real slight. And Munchkin's on her way home. Scoob, are you in trouble again? Munchkin said, I'm on my way home. You're in trouble, Scoob, aren't you? Yep. It says, uh-oh, better get the mistress out before she gets home. Oh, Lord, Scuba. And then Munchkin said, not funny. You're not funny, Scooby-Doo. You're not funny. So I was doing some research or whatever, like I do. Has anybody ever been in an earthquake? Anybody felt it or whatever? Anybody in the chat has ever experienced an earthquake? Because even from what I understand, that the day that the earthquake, people could feel it in Phoenix and in Vegas. They could feel the earthquake. So maybe some aftershocks or something. Bill H is just tornadoes. I've never been a tornado yet, but Tony says, yeah, we felt an earthquake here. Angela said, first one was here in Vegas a few years back. Hey, Scott, Mr. French Fry in the house. Welcome, Scotty. Come on in. And anybody that's listening and watching and lurking and all that stuff, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to y'all. Come up to Paramount. I'm Paramount USA, and this is Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night on Thankful Thursday because I'm thankful for so many things. So many cool things have been coming up in my life lately, and I'm so happy. I'm just so happy with life. I really am. I'm happy to have you all here. And Angela says many tornadoes back in the Midwest. Scott says we had a small one not far away in 2021. I felt it. It woke my wife up. And Scuba says, Angela and Tony, watch out. My ex-wife is in Vegas now. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And I'm really happy that you're all here. But I learned something with studying the earthquakes. They have a word called space quakes and earthquakes versus earthquakes and the difference. And I thought it was pretty interesting about earthquakes. So space quakes and earthquakes, vibration or tremble within the Earth's magnetic field, often caused by the interaction of plasma from the sun. While both involve shaking, an earthquake shakes the ground, while a spacequake shakes the magnetic field. So, hey, Will Fly, what's up? Will Fly in the house. Come on up. Come on up. I'm Paramount USA. This is Lindy's Treehouse. I know I say that a lot. I just like the sound of it. So yeah. So the space quake is by both involves shaking. An earthquake shakes the ground while a space quake shakes a magnetic field. That's pretty cool. Linda, you would like the cowboy hats they had at Old Red Lake. Oh, I bet I would. I want to get a new cowboy hat, Scuba. Yeah, I would. I hope to go to Nashville sometime. I really do. I want to go there. Angela Will says, Angela, there's plenty to be grateful for in our country, and God we trust. Yes, I'm very thankful. I just have to send prayers out to the people that the kids and stuff at the college in Florida University. There's a shooting there today, and there's way too. I don't want to get no political or nothing, but there's way too many shootings lately. It's so sad. I'm just happy that you are all here tonight and we're all safe. And God is good. God is good. He really takes care of all of us. Gosh. Yeah, I even had, I'll tell you really quick, when we get on with the talk about volcanoes and all that, I'm going to talk about volcanoes too. Did you hear about the volcanoes in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska? There's a volcano there. It's getting ready to erupt. And I did some research on that today too, and talk about like some of the animals that actually live around the volcanoes. It's really interesting. I didn't think there was any life over there, by the volcanoes and stuff, but on another note, life's been, Angela says Buddha was a Republican, just saying. On another note, I had a friend. How many people in the chat still have friends from high school that are still friends with people they went to high school with? How many in the chat tell me if you all, you still have friends you keep in contact with that you went to high school with? Because, I graduated in 1973. So does anybody, you guys got any friends from high school? You still, Scooby-Doo says, very few. Tony says, anyone see the elephant video that I saw that. That was cool. Yeah, that laid in a circle. Yes. Scuba says only on Facebook. Well, I have, when I first came to Michigan, I stayed downstate with mom, mom and dad and stuff. And I actually met up with like 6 of my high school friends, and we'd go and have lunch. Angela says my besties are my high school girls. I talk to them every day. That's awesome. Will Fly says I graduated in 85 and still have a friend I keep up with from high school. Isn't that great? Yeah, when I moved in, I stayed with mom and dad. I was only home a couple of days, and a friend that I went to high school with called me, and we got a bunch of girls together, and every Sunday we would meet for brunch, and it was fun. I got to see a lot of my high school peeps, and it was just like we've never been apart. It was really cool. But I got a message yesterday from one of my friends that I went to high school with, and we also, after high school, we partied a lot together. And Angela says we graduated the same year, Will, planning our 40th now. Man, I feel old. Woo, 40th. So yeah, my friend messaged me yesterday, and we're going to get together in the next couple of weeks. Scott says maybe message 1 or 2. I didn't leave school on good terms, and justly didn't like but a few. That's okay, Scott. See, we all have a story. We all have a story. It's all good. So my friend and I, she's gonna come up and visit me. She only lives like an hour and a half away from here or whatever. So she's gonna drive up, and we're gonna spend the day together. And I'm super excited because you're getting older, right? When you're talking to your friend and she goes, "Yeah, I got to go to Costco's and I got to get I have to get my hearing aids fixed. And then I'm like, oh, I have hearing aids too. So we have something in common. We both wear hearing aids. And plus, I have not seen her since 2014. So Lydia, if you're listening, girlfriend, I can't wait to see you. It's been like forever. And Scuba says, yeah, that's cool, huh, Angela? Angela says, I have besties from college too, but my high school group of 6 are forever tight. Oh, yeah, definitely. No, actually, Miss Molly is laying behind my my laptop. She's on the desk with me tonight. She's my guard. She's guarding me, Scuba. Yeah, she's guarding me. I told her as long as she behaves, she can stay up here. Well, at 7:30, I gave her one of those little treats, so that makes her sleepy. So I think she'll be okay. And about 9:30, she'll be ready to jump off the desk, I'm sure. So we're going to go back to, because we have a lot to cover here tonight, and I know there's another show at 9:00, and which is all good, we work around it and all that. So I still love y'all, and I love y'all being here tonight. And anybody that's watching or just jumping on or whatever, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse tonight, and I'm here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe and like my channel. Like it. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then you can answer whatever, okay? So we're going to talk about volcanoes. How many, okay, so when you were in school and we had to do like the science, how many did a science fair in school? Tell me yes or no if you did science fairs. I did. I think I had to do a project. The science fair was a solar system. Bill H said, Angela says, do you go back for your reunions? And Bill H says, they don't invite you, Bill H, to the reunions? I think we just had ours last year. I think it was last year. And Tony says, me neither. That's funny. So how many volcanoes do you think were recorded in history? And how many people used to do like for the science fair? How many had like a science fair when they were in grade school and you had to make something for the science fair? What did you make? I know there was I remember a lot of the kids made volcanoes. So let me know in the chat. Scuba says 1,348. Well, I Googled a lot of stuff today, and Scuba says no idea. Okay. So I learned a lot. See, when I'm getting ready for my show, I thought tonight, because of all the things that have been going on all week, it'd be fun to hit on some of these things, volcanoes and what do we want to say? Yeah, volcanoes. Okay. So on earthquakes, yes. How many volcanoes according to history? 1,550 potentially active volcanoes worldwide, with about 886 known to have erupted in 10,000 years. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Isn't that interesting facts? Oh my gosh. 1,550 potentially active volcanoes worldwide, with about 886 known to have erupted in 10,000 years. And they were saying that, well, you guys saw the one that was getting ready to erupt in Alaska, right? That's in Anchorage, I guess. Kind of scary. Yeah, Billy, let's see. Scott says, Angela, did you see Mike Lindell is whining about being broke? And Bill H says, I watch Kahlua all the time. Wow, it's crazy. Well, they actually have, they do have like various insects and spiders and lizards and rodents can be found in lava tubes and cracks. Isn't that crazy? Bats and birds, even some species of fish underwater volcanoes. Interesting facts, right? They said flamingos, land iguanas, and potbelly worms all live in the volcanoes, in the lava. And you know why they said the flamingos? The flamingos have like tough skin, and that's how they can, from the heat and everything, it doesn't hurt them. The flamingos, so they're pretty tough animals, you know. And so just some cool facts tonight about the volcanoes. Getting there, Will. Scott says, getting there, Will. And Angela says, haha, Will, we're only getting better, wiser, and more attractive and interesting as we age. That's right, Angela. Yep, I'm as interesting as they come. I'm telling you what. It only gets better. That's right. Life's too short, you know. Life's too short. And I love doing this with you guys on Thursday nights. I really do. I'm going to do as long as I can. And John Wayne's in the house. Everybody say hi, John Wayne. What's up, cowboy? Come on in. Come on up to the Treehouse. I'm Paramount USA. This is Lindy's Treehouse. Bring a friend, bring a snack. Come on up. We're going to do some, what else did I have here? Some fun facts. What else was going on this week? We're going to do fun facts too. So I want y'all to pay attention tonight because we're going to be talking about some stuff. And then I'm going to ask you later some things that we talked about. And whoever guesses it will win a koozie. So I actually got some new koozies in. So I'll show everybody if you're all paying attention. These are super cute. Check them out. Look at these koozies. I just got these, and they're really nice. They're real thick. I got them on Amazon, and I was super excited to show y'all. And so every week, I'm going to give away a koozie. So what do you think? You like them? You like my fans? I think they're really cool for the summer, you know, and they're neutral. I didn't want to have something that had all flowers on it and everything. You guys wouldn't be impressed with flowery koozies. So what do you think? Tell me if you for the stoners, Tony said. I'm a spiral tie guy type. Good. Okay. All right. So I've got different ones. These, I just want to give you a little sample. There's like 3 different different ones or whatever. I'm going to give away, unless you want a sticker, then you'll get a sticker, but I already gave, and then we have the other one too. Thanks, Robert. Hi, Robert. Robert's in the house. Welcome, my son. Thanks, Will. Yeah, I think they're really cool, and they're very inexpensive. You know, I didn't want to go all crazy because when you put these in the mail, you know, with postage and all that, they're super easy to mail. And that's the one that Scott Savage got his last week. This one. And I'm probably going to get some more. I'm going to order some more koozies too, and just have fun with it because I want to give away koozies this summer. I love you guys so much. And I just think it was a cool idea to do that, you know, where it didn't cost me an arm and a leg or whatever. Welcome, Robert. I'm glad you're here. Robert, tell us your experience with the earthquakes. And Tony said, don't forget to wipe it clean. Well, do you watch Ghosts? Well, yeah, Will, last week we missed you in the chat last week because we had a fun fact last week about ice cream. When ice cream was, and I forgot, they said what year ice cream was invented. It was at a state fair in 1941 or something. And he's always pooping. He's always pooping. Robert said I was on a ladder when the earthquake hit. Oh, good Lord. Were you out? Robert, were you at that? The high-rise condo where all those construction workers were working on it? Because I saw it on the news. I was wondering if that's where you were at, because they had a newscaster there, and he was talking about the earthquake, and it was at a big building that looks like maybe you were there, but they were all construction workers there. Was that you? Were you there? Sounds like he was pooping then. Scuba said, I realized when we were born there was no body wash, only had bar soap. The body wash, yes. Well, I won't be giving away any bars of soap or body wash anytime soon. So I just let you all know about that. Okay, that ain't gonna happen. But I am gonna give a koozie away tonight. Robert said no, I was in La Jolla at a 22-story building. Yikes. Oh my gosh. I was thinking you were downtown at the high rise where I remember that you gave me a tour when you were working there. Will Fly says, I remember the DC earthquake. That was freaky, but I immediately knew what it was. Only one time, I think, in Arizona, it was 2010. I was sitting in the truck at a gas station, and Linda, hun, you're not reading text in order. It's hysterical. No, I'm not, because I'm trying to watch the texting, and I'm trying to listen to you guys. So I'm not very good at this. I'm trying to pay attention to everything. Enough height to base jump if you had to, I guess. And was there an earthquake today? I don't think so. Was there an earthquake today, Robert? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything like that. Yeah, I didn't see nothing. I didn't see anything. And that stuff's scary anyway. Scuba says, imagine flying during an earthquake. The ground moving below must be very disorienting. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh, heck no. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I wonder what that would feel like, an earthquake when you're flying in the air, Now I'm getting off the subject. Oh yeah. So when I was still in Arizona in 2010, I was sitting in the truck at the gas station. And my ex at the time, he was out there, he's getting gas or whatever. And the truck started shaking, and I thought he was just like pushing on the truck, just joking around. I thought that was him. And come to find out when I got home that was actually, we had a little bit of aftershock. Yeah, that was the weirdest sensation. Just for like 2-3 minutes, it seemed to last when I was sitting in the truck. But the truck was kind of shimmying a little bit, and that's the last time I experienced an earthquake. Was 2010. Bill said there are earthquakes all the time all over the world, unless you see the ground splits open. Yeah, I don't want to see that anytime soon. So we're going to get right into it here, my peeps, because I know 9:00 we'll all be heading over to Dave Wolf's show tonight. It's all good. So I'm going to read. We're going to do some fun food facts, okay? So you guys got to pay attention, because I'm going to ask you a question later and see who guesses it and gets a koozie, okay? All right. Did you know that the fun food facts, okay, it says bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. Okay, bananas are berries, but strawberries are not berries. Did you know that? I know we talked about some of the food facts last week, but Will wasn't here. So we're kind of hitting on a couple things from last week, but I still have different food facts too, new ones, because there's thousands of food facts in the thank you, Bill. Bill said no. Yeah, bananas are berries, but strawberries are not. So remember that, okay? When you'll never look at a strawberry the same ever again. Okay. Will Fly said, I was here last week. Are you sure? Because I swear we did food facts and we were talking about ice cream, and I was hoping, and I was thinking about you, Will, that you were here. I thought maybe you were watching it when you're on the road or something. Anyway, Bill said he did not know that. And I didn't know this. Carrots, okay, carrots. Carrots were originally purple. Okay, carrots were originally purple. How could the carrots be purple and not orange? So I'm kind of confused on that. Okay, Tony said, yeah, he was here. All right. Okay. It's some timers I get, sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. That's what you have to look forward to, everybody. Yeah, it sneaks up on you before you know it, as Robert says. Before you know it, Mom, you're 80 years old. Carotene. Yeah, Scott says carotene. Yeah, it says carrots are originally purple. And corned beef has been to space. All right. So what astronaut smuggled corned beef into space in 1965? Don't Google it. You got to guess. This is like trivia. Okay. What astronauts? And make sure you pay attention to all the food facts I'm talking about, because I'm going to ask you a question later and see if you remember, and you get a koozie if you guess the right answer. Let's see. Tony says Armstrong. Alan Shepard, Scuba says. Will Fly says Armstrong, and Scuba says no idea. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, okay, who it was. John Young smuggled corned beef into space in 1965. Interesting, right? I wonder how he got corned beef up there. How did he do that? How did he smuggle it in that big spacesuit? Like where? Only a couple people to pick from. It's okay. It's okay, Tony. It's all right. Once people start hearing that, giving away koozies, we're going to start getting more people in the chat. It's okay. Because I have a lot of people after, that they watch my show later. And I appreciate them watching it and the views I'm getting. It's all good. Greg Laney says, Will Fly smuggled the cookout into a fly-in once, just saying. Will Fly said, same, he got himself up there. Yeah, that's true. God, I'm trying to watch the chat. Tony's laughing, and Scott says, hope he didn't keister it. Oh gosh. You guys. Yeah, so John Young, 1965, he smuggled it in. Okay. Now, what food do you think is the most stolen food? All right. What food? Name a food that you think is the most, that people steal the most? What food do you think they steal? It's pretty interesting. No, not Spam. Not bread. I want to give away 2 koozies. If somebody guesses it. What do you think that people, Greg Lane says, my fries when I order them at dinner. That's a good one. See if you guys can guess it. What food is most stolen? What do you think? The answer will surprise you. Nope, not chocolate. The answer will surprise you. So then I want to see some more. You can keep guessing. Tony said eggs. Munchkin got it right. Cheese. Good job, Munchkin. Munchkin, you get a koozie. Munchkin gets a koozie. Aren't you excited, Munchkin? So you got to tell me. You want which koozie you want? The one with the heart on it? Good job. Do you want me to send you this one? Tell me yes if you want me to send you this one. That's funny. She's stealing cheese, apparently. She says she likes cheese. How about this one? I'm going to send you this koozie. So you can just send me your address. Just DM me your address. She Googled it, Will said. Okay, so you're going to get the heart one. No, you can't. You can't Google it when I ask you questions. You can't Google it. You have to guess it. You can't cheat because then that's no fun. So, no, Scoop. So I'm going to send you. Congratulations. I'm going to send you that that koozie. You just send me your address, or because we're not friends on Facebook yet, Munchkin. That Scooby Doo can send it. Can send me the address or whatever. I'll get that koozie out to you. I think I owe Scuba. I think I owe him a koozie. So that's what they're for. Every week I give them away. It's all good. That's why we get more people. More people start jumping in the chat on Thursdays. We'll, give away more koozies. Angela says, still haven't had their hush puppies. One of these days. All right, we're going to go on to the next one. And did you know that some stickers on fruits are edible? The only time I seen like stickers on the bananas, the little Chiquita stickers, and I've seen them on like the lemons, but I haven't. They put stickers on avocados, maybe. Greg Laney, you and I got to hit a CO next time we get together. So we're talking Long John Silver's, the puppies, those puppies or whatever, hush puppies. I haven't had Long John Silver's like forever. Yeah. So did you know that the stickers are edible that are on the fruit that you get on fruit? I don't think I'm gonna eat a sticker anytime soon. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, it says, and then back to the cheese. Cheese is surprisingly the most stolen food item, with 4% all cheese manufactured being stolen. So that's, yeah. So cheese is manufactured, a lot of cheese being stolen out there. And the stickers on the fruits and vegetables are safe to eat because they are made with food safe materials. That's crazy, right? They're all they're all I'm trying to follow the chat. I really am, you guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to keep the conversation going here, like I do. Scuba says, after seeing that lady that eats toilet paper like chips, nope. Ew, really? Oh my gosh. Yuck. Let me see. Will, I'm in. I think I have one Long John's left. Another Treacher fish and chips had the best hush puppies. Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's pretty good. Yeah, so that's kind of the fun facts. We did some fun facts tonight. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see, what else did we talk about? I think we got all the fun facts out of the way. We talked about earthquakes and volcanoes and all that, and space quakes. Doesn't space quakes sound like it could be a cereal? Space quakes. No longer administration is taking food and drug policies away. Check out. Yeah. Tony says malt vinegar and fish. What is better, like when you cook chicken? What is better to put on chicken? Lemon juice? Is it lemon juice or olive oil? Which one? Which one tastes better on chicken? Lemon or olive oil? You guys got to tell me. Because I cook chicken in my slow cooker, and I like to put olive oil on it. Just a little bit. And I think it gives it a really good flavor. But yet, when I do put it on olive oil on the chicken, it dries it out. So Will says lemon's better. Okay. I love lemon. Lemon is good. Lemon water is good for you. It cleans you right out. And fried chicken. I haven't had fried chicken I don't know. I used to get like KFC all the time, but it doesn't taste the same anymore. John says steak tastes better than chicken. And Will Foss said, I try anything once, but not that. That's just right. Olive oil, it is, well, yeah, Bill, olive oil is expensive. Well, you know what I do? I buy a jar of olives, right? And then if I do make chicken or whatever, I eat a couple olives out of the jar. And then I take just a little, pour just a tiny bit of olive oil, in a little, in a bowl or whatever. And I put it on put it on the chicken. Yeah, I love soda, but the only soda I drink is Canada Dry ginger ale, and it's like $5.99 now for six sodas or whatever. But I don't drink Coke anymore. Just it's funny how your taste changes, right? Like food used to be able to eat, you can't eat anymore. Pasta is still cheap, yeah. And Bill H says, I'm going to grow my own. What are you going to grow? You're going to grow your own what? Toilet paper? What? Will said toilet paper is expensive. Yeah. I get my toilet paper on Amazon. I get a lot of stuff on Amazon. It's way cheaper. Way cheaper. I can get my, I bought for $6, I got a big thing of dish soap on Amazon Basics. And yeah, Tony said weed. Exactly. And Angela says, smart, Bill. We all have to start. Poor farmers. Yes. Absolutely. Poor farmers. Yeah. I lost a lot of food, when the power went out and stuff, but it's not as much food as other people lost, I don't know. My son tried to get me on organic chicken, and I didn't like the taste of it. Maybe it was the brand name or whatever that I bought, but I gave him the chicken, and I said I let him have the chicken. I didn't like it. Scott says egg noodles and chicken with onions and green chilies and corn. Okay. So I also have, we got Easter coming up. And tell me what y'all doing for Easter. What's your plan for Easter Sunday? My daughter-in-law's birthday is Easter Sunday, so I'll definitely be over there. Tomorrow, me and my daughter-in-law and a few of our friends. Angela, I know you do this with your girlfriends. We're just going to spend the whole day together, go out to lunch, celebrate my daughter-in-law's birthday, Leslie, celebrate her birthday. And I think it'll be a fun day tomorrow. It's supposed to have a lot of rain and everything, so I don't know. But that's okay. That won't stop us. So we're going to do, it's not Easter unless we do Easter riddles, right? Yep. Angela says we travel together. Exactly. Working, but have a potluck at work with pulled pork. Oh, that sounds good, Scott. Wow. So you guys are open. You're open on Easter then. So your factory never closes, does it? Wow. Love me some potato salad, but not the German. I know I don't like German potato salad either, Tony. Ugh. Gosh. I actually, a couple days ago, I made chili and it was good. But I tell you what, like I ate the chili, then I skipped a day, and then I had it again. I heated up and everything. And Will said he's having spiral ham, brown sugar glazed. That sounds yummy. Yeah, that sounds yummy. Yeah, I made that chili, and I tell you what, like I said, things I used to be able to eat. I find that chili, it's okay. I can eat it, maybe twice during the week, and that's it. And I have to toss the rest because it'll literally bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? And they say that the beans are good for you and all that, the pinto beans or whatever they call it. So Andrew says honey baked ham, but too expensive this year. Yeah, I'm sure it has gone up too. Yeah, I miss the big old Easter baskets, when I was growing up, and the big Easter bunnies and stuff. Kyle, yeah, you guys, we're going to jump over to Dave Wolf's show. Really quick, though, I want to tell you, okay, we're going to do the riddles real quick, okay? Because it is Easter. All right, you guys got to listen now, because I might give away another koozie. Why shouldn't you tell an Easter egg a joke? I wish Shani was here because these are like Shani jokes. Why shouldn't you tell an Easter egg a joke? You guys ready? And Angela says macaroni and cheese for Easter. That sounds good. And hey, ham isn't from China, darn it. Scuba said. So why shouldn't you tell an Easter egg a joke? Because it might crack up. Yeah, Greg got it right. Greg, how did you Google it? How did you guess it? How did you guess it? I didn't even say the answer yet. How did you guess it, Greg? All right, here's another one. Did you hear about the Easter egg who went to a salon? This is a good one. Did you hear about the Easter egg? That I might save these for Shani's show on Tuesday. Did you hear about the Easter egg who went to a salon? She needed a dye job. She needed a dye job. That's funny, huh? Yep. And the last one is, why are bunnies so lucky? Because they have 4 feet. You remember that? Did you all have that bunny? What was it that people would have it on a keychain, which was kind of, I'm sure the animal rights would be all over that today. The what they call it? Rabbit leg or something? What was it? Rabbit's foot. I should have Googled that, why they thought the rabbit's foot was supposed to be for good luck. Yeah. Why was the rabbit's foot? Why would they consider that good luck? I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up and we'll have to talk about it next time or whatever, you guys and gals. I'm just like super happy that you're all here. All right, I'm going to ask one more question and I can give another koozie away, okay, before y'all leave. All right. So let's say the food facts. What was the name of the astronaut that smuggled corned beef? Yeah, the carnival. Yeah, Scott's used to get him at the carnival. What? Who was it that used to? Who smuggled? Who smuggled corned beef into the spaceship? No, not John Glenn. Close though. Close. Because remember we just talked about it. I told you I was gonna ask you the question on it. Not John Glenn though, Greg. Who is it? So we still got time. Does anybody can guess the name? What was his name? He got the corned beef sandwich in the space capsule. Went up to space with the corned beef. You all remember? You guys remember? Do you remember? John Wayne says, got to go to Arkansas soon to get my tri-tune. I'm just glad that you're all here tonight, and I really appreciate you on Thursday, Thankful Thursday. We always have a really good time, and I hope you enjoy all my little quirky things that I do every week, and I pick your brains and all that stuff. So I'm hoping, and I give away things. Some might say he was of younger age. Thank you, Bill. Yes, everybody hit that like button, okay? Tell your friends. Come on. Come on up to the Treehouse on Thursday night, Paramount USA. This is Lindy's Treehouse. I'm Paramount USA. And I'm just glad that you guys can hang with me tonight. And Will Fly said, yep, John Young. All right, Will Fly, I'm going to send you a koozie, okay? Congratulations. So Will Fly and Munchkin. Will Fly, do you want the flag, American flag, or do you want a tie-dye one? Which one do you want? Let me know. A tie-dye one or the other one? Tie-dye one or the American flag? You want the flag? Okay. So Will Fly gets the American flag and Munchkin gets the tie-dye one. All right. I think I have your address. If not, I'll message you. I'll DM you. So yeah. So anyway, I'll see y'all in the chat in a few minutes. Everybody, I just want to wish y'all a happy and blessed Easter. I love y'all, to the moon. And I can read this really quick. Okay, I always read my little thing before we close the show. When you do the things you do with love, you give life a gleam. That most people only carry a glimpse of your attitude affects the outcome of so many things. Smiles inspire smiles. Reaching out brings people in. Looking on the bright side doesn't entail being naive and donning rose-colored glasses. It simply means leaving the system and complaining to someone else, someone who will spend their whole life wondering why good things don't come their way because they're always complaining. Being a positive person, someone who looks forward to so much, is not only rewarding, it's refreshing. The wisest people on earth are those who have had a hard time recalling their worries and an easy time remembering their blessings. And that's what I do every day. So God bless y'all, everybody. I'll see you over at Dave Wolf's show. And don't forget to send, I always say Shaney's show on Tuesday night. And then Thursday night, of course, it's Paramount USA, Lindy's Treehouse. And then Friday is Scuba Vapes. And y'all be safe. God bless you all. Jesus loves you. And I'll catch you all next week right here at the Treehouse, okay? Enjoy your weekend, okay? And be safe. All right. I love y'all. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Enjoy I'm gonna get those koozies out to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See ya. End stream. Bye-bye.